Okay, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about PowerShell and creating users, groups and organizational units within PowerShell. But I'm going to do this opposite way. I'm going to do this creating the organizational unit first, then the group, then I'll do the actual users. Because if you think about this logically, we want to set up the organization first, then we add the users. Usually this is taught with having the users first, but we're going to end up moving the users anyway. So we might as well set up the organization structure first. So at the moment I'm going to get the physical hierarchy to see that how things working out here. Now I'm a big fan of ISE. I like to look at everything, how everything's running. It's sometimes a bit strange working in a virtual machine. There's a lot of things you really can't do, but okay. So the first step is we're going to create a new organizational unit. Remember, organizational units are sort of like logical equivalent to your hierarchical structure in the workplace. So you might have Melbourne, Sydney, Florida, Hong Kong. So we'll do, because I'm in Melbourne, start with Melbourne. So this is the organizational unit, Melbourne, and the path to this is really quite strange. DC equals, and it will be harry.com. So we're going to have to write Harry like that, comma, DC equals com. It's really odd how they do that, Microsoft, but never mind. Then the next step is we'll create a new group, new Active Directory group. We'll call it, what should we call it? We'll call it, we will call it Melbourne folders. So we can create a folder where our members of the OU group, certain members, can have access to this particular folder. Okay, so then we will, what should we do in that scenario? Yep, so new Active Directory group, category will be, it's going to be a security group. Group scope, we'll make it domain local. And the path, where are we going to put it? We'll put it in the Melbourne. By the way, we'll put it in the Melbourne. OU equals, the Melbourne group. DC equals Harry, comma, DC equals com. Let's run these. We'll run this one first. I'll just select it before A. Run selection. Okay, so good, no errors. Now what I need to do on this page is refresh. And there we go, we've got Melbourne there. Organizational unit. It's very quick. If you've got it in a notepad, you can just copy and paste. Let's try the group, see if that works. Again, I don't mind errors. Errors are great for learning. But I don't think I've made an error in this scenario. Again, let's refresh it, and there we go. So we've created the Melbourne folder group. Okay. The next step is we are going to create the members, new users. So we'll go to new Active Directory user, and I'm just going to do this really simple, because there's an unlimited amount of combination you can do. You can get really granular with this. I'll call it the first user I'm not going to be very creative. I'm just going to call it user1. And the Sam account name. Let's go back. My typing skills are atrocious. It's very humid in Melbourne, so my fingers are a bit sticky. So that's the name, the actual name for user. Where are we going to put this user? We're going to put that into the Melbourne organizational unit. And that should be Melbourne. That should be DC equals Harry, DC equals com. So that'll be the user there. Let's run that selection. Okay, so that's actually good. I'm really happy today. Not that many errors, but let's refresh that. There we go, user. You'll notice that the user is disabled, and that's because I did not enable the user in this situation. So I can have password sets there. I can put them like a whole lot of details. For example, everything you see here: first name, display, office, telephone number, address, account, user must change password, log on hours, profile, telephone, all this, even member of, I can add this into the actual script, or the actual commandlet here. Let me show you what a script looks like when you want to do it in bulk. And I just want to acknowledge CBT Nuggets for this. Go back to this desktop. Let's have a look at the actual what the script looks like. So this is the CSV file. So again, thank you for CBT Nuggets for this. I hope you allow me to show this. So this is the actual CSV file. This contains all the users and data here. There's quite a lot. There's like 300, I think. You got the actual username, the sales representative, their job role, their address, and a few other details, email, phone number. And to run this actual script, trying to get this. See if we can find this, edit. This is what the script looks like. So that's a script that you could generate if you want to. That's where the CSV file is stored for each. So this is just a normal PowerShell script. You can create one in Bash if you like, if it was somehow connected to Linux. And you'll see postcodes, state departments, a lot of things we can configure. There you go, Nugget Lab, which is CBT Nuggets, which I do recommend learning from. By doing this, running this script, it enables us to, in bulk, create a large amount of users and put them into their respected groups if we want to. But that's it for that. If there's any questions, please don't hesitate in contacting me. And I really thank you for viewing. And next lesson, we might probably look into a couple more of these features where we can do things like, we're going to properties, and we might discuss a little bit more about profiles, account details. We'll a little bit more in depth in creating user accounts. But until next time, thank you very much for viewing, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.